Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am Mika and today I am going to be telling you guys what I plan on reading in September. Of the year I was only reading about like 5 books a month, but lately I've been really going hard on my reading. I think for the month of August I clocked in at like 11 books. To be fair, a lot of them were super short and I got some graphic novels and manga that I read. So I tried to gauge off of that, like the size that I wanted this month's TBR to be for September. So I have about like 10 books. 2 of these I know I'm not going to finish, but I do want to start them, but I will go over those. So yeah, I think we should just dive right into it. First up on my TBR is Dear Martin by Nick Stone. I've been really wanting to read this for the past few months. I did start it and then I got my Stephen King book haul, so I kind of put this off to the side because I really wanted to read that. But I am going to be getting back into this. I think I was only like 5 pages in, so I am going to be restarting this. So this book follows Justice, who is a black teen in America, and he's super smart. He's at the top of his class. He's set for Ivy League schools, but he cannot escape the prejudice and scorn from his previous peers and his current new peers, because I believe he does move to a new neighborhood, a new school, all of that. And this book does start off with him getting into an encounter with police after he has like an argument with his white girlfriend. They like oversee this happening and they think that he's harassing her, but of course he's not. They're just having an argument that couples do, and it leaves him in handcuffs. And I did read this part because this happens within like the first few pages of the book, but he's like left in those handcuffs for a long time, that he actually has like bruisings and all of that on his wrists. And so his way of processing this is by he's journaling, and as the title can suggest, he's writing letters to Martin Luther King Jr., asking for answers and probably just like writing out his thoughts. This isn't just letters. It does actually have a story, and I think there's probably like a letter to MLK throughout like every chapter, I think. But yeah, I'm really wanting to read this. It's pretty short too. No, there's a sequel to this as well, but yeah, I'm excited to read this. The second book on my September TBR is Star Daughter by Shveta, Thakrar. I know I'm saying that wrong, and I meant to look up the pronunciation of some of these names because I did want to say them correctly, but I didn't. I can't look it up right now because I'm filling on my phone. So this follows Shveta, I believe is her name, who is the daughter of a mortal and a star, but she is trying to live a normal life with her father, which I believe is the mortal, and she has a flare-up of her star power that ends up leaving her father in the hospital. She needs the help of her mother, who is the star, but the problem is her mother left for the sky a long time ago. I don't think the mother's really in her daughter's life that much, but from what I got from the synopsis, she, I guess, goes up to the sky, and she has to become a champion for her family to help decide who rules the heavens. And I'm guessing that also plays into the help that she needs to heal her father, and probably just to help her really like learn her powers more, I'm guessing, because I don't think, because she was trying to be normal, so she probably doesn't really know how to use her powers, and so she has to risk it all in this championship, because if she loses she won't ever return to Earth at all. Does that mean death? I don't know, but I guess I will find out when I read this. It also has some Hindu mythology in it, and I've been really wanting to get more into mythology, so I am excited for that. And just like, look at this cover. It's so pretty. Like, I totally like looked at this because of the cover. But yeah, I'm really excited to read this. The next book I have is The Vanishing Half by Bennett, and I'm sure we all know what this book is about. I've had this for a few months and I'm super excited to finally get to read it. But if you don't know what it's about, I will kind of give a little bit of background. It follows 2 identical sisters who ran away from their Black Southern communities when they were 16. But we jump forward about 10 years, and one of the sisters is back living in that community with her black daughter, and then the other sister living as white passing, and her husband knows nothing about her past. So they are separated by miles and lies. I really liked how the synopsis said that. But their lives are still intertwined. And I guess this book is also about their daughters who somehow also their lives intersect. So I'm really interested in seeing how that happens. I'm super excited to read this. This also has cat marks on it. Can you see that? My cat got to it. So the next book that I have for my TBR is actually a graphic novel, and that is Afar. And this is by Leila del Duca or Dulce, I don't know, and illustrated by Seaton. I am super excited to dive into this. I did get this on Mercari, and just waiting till September to get into it was really hard. But I mean, I just want to show you guys the art. Look at this art style. Like, that is beautiful. This follows another set of siblings. We have Fatima, I believe, and Onoto. So Fatima has the ability to astral project and possess the bodies of people light years away. And then Onoto, I don't know if he has any powers, but he does get caught eavesdropping on this like illegal business deal between like some cyborgs. I don't know. But then also Fatima accidentally hurts a girl that she is possessing. So this kind of forces the siblings to come together and help each other out with fixing the problems that they've created, not just that like there, but on like I guess planets light years away. So that'll be interesting. I don't know if this is a series or if this is a standalone, but yeah, I'm super excited to get into this. It's super pretty. Like, look at that. So pretty. And I've just been really into graphic novels lately, as I am about to show more. So while I'm on the subject of graphic novels, I will show a series that I have been currently reading and plan on reading in the month of September. So I am reading Saga. I just finished volume 1 last night, and this is by Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona Staples, who was the illustrator. And I am thinking that this is one that a lot of people also know about. I went into it not knowing too much, but I know that a lot of people raved about it and it had really good reviews. And I did really enjoy this first one. So just to give a little bit of background, this follows these two soldiers. Their races are like feuding against one another. They are at war with one another. And I think he's like the prisoner, and they fall in love and they escape and they have a baby. The novel follows the baby's story. And as like everyone's trying to hunt them down to kill them, but they also want the baby. So yeah, these are really good. I'm enjoying it. Just a heads up, these are more mature than at least a lot of the other graphic novels I've read. But the art style is just amazing. Like, look at that. This is gorgeous as well as the last one. So I did finish 1. I have volumes 1 through 4, so I'm hoping to get through 2 through 4 within September. So the next book I have is The Green Mile by Stephen King. I have this in the 6 like short parts and not like a whole one, like 6 separate serial novels. But this one is part 1 of Green Mile, The Two Dead Girls. And this is about, I don't know too much about this, as if you've seen any of my other Stephen King stuff, I don't know too much going into these. But this has 2 sisters who are picture perfect of innocence, and they end up getting brutally murdered. No one understands it, even the killer himself. This follows John Coffey, who is on death row, I believe, for this murder. I could be wrong. It didn't exactly say that in the description, but I'm just gonna go ahead and make that connection because why else would they be mentioning the dead girls with him? So he is on death row, and this follows him and his prison guard who walks him down the Green Mile, whatever that is. This is part 1. I do have all 6. So will I get to all 6 of them this month? Probably not. So I'm thinking I'm just gonna read this one. The next book I have, Grimm's Fairytales. I don't plan on reading this whole thing, but I do want to read a few of the stories in here. And I'm probably not gonna pick like one here, one there. I probably will start from the beginning and just read through them. So I will say a few of the ones that are starting off with. We have The Rabbit's Bride, 6 Soldiers of Fortune, Clever Gretel, Hands and Look. I haven't heard of any of these, but those are probably the ones I'm going to read this month. But yeah, if you guys don't know, this is Grimm's Fairytales, and this is the origin of a lot of fairy tales that we know that have been like made into animated movies or Disney movies. So like Hansel and Gretel, Snow White, or no, Sleeping Beauty, Rapunzel, stories like that, and they are a lot more gruesome and grim compared to the ones that we know. So I'm really excited to read this, or read the stories in this, I should say. So the last book I have for this TBR, I don't know why I wanted to put it on here. These books scare me. But that is A Feast for Crows by George R.R. Martin. This is the 4th book in A Song of Ice and Fire, or Game of Thrones. I'm not gonna really go into what this series is about because I'm sure we all know. And if I described what this book was about, that would just be 30 minutes right there. Or the series it's about, it would just be 30 minutes right there. But everyone wants a throne. They all want the Iron Throne. That's basically all you need to know. But as you can see, this book is thick. So yeah, this is the 4th one. I read the first 2, like physically, and then I listened to the 3rd one. So which I really enjoyed, but it did take me a lot longer to get through it. It took me a few months. So I don't know exactly how I want to consume this, if I want to read it or listen to it or combination of the both. I just know the audiobooks for these are super expensive because they're super long, so maybe I can find it somewhere for cheap or like a subscription. I don't know if it's on Scribd or not, but if it is, then that's probably how I'll go about it. But yes, that is the end of my September TBR. When is on your TBR? Have you read any of these books? The ones that I'm super excited about getting to is, of course, Afar, which is the first graphic novel I showed you, Star Daughter, and The Vanishing Half. Those are the ones that I'm really probably just gonna dive right into when September begins, although I think it's the 31st when I'm filming this, so it's not that I got that much longer until September's here. But yeah, I've never done a TBR before, so will I stick to this? I think I can stick to it. And if you enjoyed this video, please feel free to subscribe and give a thumbs up to see more videos when I post them. I have some ideas of some videos coming up. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!